All right. Hello, hello. This is my first live stream on this channel, and I am running a little bit late. So, um, forgive me for that. We're going to get started in just a bit. I'm going to get my decks together. Um, for this reading, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use the Rider-Waite Tarot. And I'm going to basically just throw a number of different spreads with the purpose of trying to see and get some insight about whether or not a connection that you or someone around you may have is more of a soul mate or a soul weight. So the reason for this is because, like with this full moon, there's a lot of energies at play, particularly a lot of release and a sense of being able to kind of move forward in a positive direction after a lot of restriction. And it could be tempting also with some of these other aspects to it to go into situations or be in circumstances out of a sense of freedom, but not quite out of a sense of using wisdom or being true to oneself about the long-term implications of that. And so, since February was all about love, and if you had a chance to look, I actually did a number. I'm done, so it'll just be a regular video, so it'll be here. So I'll just start. I won't wait for too many other people. Okay. All right. So first spread, soulmate. Ooh, already. All right, we got the Nine of Swords here. Temperance in reverse. I'm just going to do a Celtic cross here. Basic Celtic cross with some oracle advice cards. Okay. All right. Oh, Lord. Cards falling on the floor. This is my first live stream, if you can't tell. Okay. I usually like to just do like the digital recordings and then add videos over the top, but I really want to try to stretch out and try some different stuff. Okay, so all right, so looking at this, it looks as if there is an energy of someone who intuitively knew that there was some kind of imbalance in the relationship that they were in. And the conflict was that they knew that it was dealing with lies, manipulation, possible not telling full truths. And there was this sense of recognizing that the best thing that could happen is to get out of the situation with this Three of Pentacles in reverse, not working together. At the base, I feel like there was maybe some power plays having to do with finances, perhaps a masculine energy who was kind of maybe keeping this person in a situation because of finances, but this person knew that there was imbalance and they wanted to get out of the manipulation. It appears that, this person, whoever this is, may still be kind of struggling to get out of it. I feel like there's this intuitive knowing that it's not right, that it's not good for this person. But with the Page of Wands upright and the Two of Swords in reverse here, this to me is saying that, this is a person that's having difficulty making the choice to give the news perhaps to this other person that they want to leave. And I feel as if this is possibly because, again, with this King of Pentacles in reverse at the base of the situation, I feel like this might be because this individual is kind of calling the shots financially. I feel as if this person who is recognizing this and who may be kind of feeling a sense of not feeling comfortable with saying this, um, is certainly aware and like in this Queen of Swords energy, which is they pretty much are using their judgment to see it for what it is. However, because maybe a lot of time has been put into this situation, they are feeling as if it's probably not worth it to walk away because of what the effort that was put into it. Even though intuitively and also I feel like logically this person knows that this is not a good situation. So it really feels like this is about it's leaning more towards convenience and more towards a sense of holding on for resources. Now, the hope here is to get a new beginning and to be able to start over. However, I feel like this person in this situation is feeling as if they have to kind of hide themselves and maybe not be as true to themselves as they would like to be in order to kind of power through this situation. And with this star in reverse, to me, this is leaning more towards how this person is feeling it is as a soul weight. Because they're not able to show up in their truth and in what they feel would be best for them on a soul level, even though at the material level, they're getting kind of what they need and being provided for, but they're paying a cost for that. So, at the root of this, I have the Two of Cups at the base of the situation and the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. And for me, that's kind of saying disloyalty. So there's this sense of, being true to the resources and the materiality of it, but not the emotions. So let's get some advice here for the situation, for the person involved here. We're going to start with a feather message, and we have Hawk. It says, pay attention. A powerful message is being communicated to you now. So again, I feel like whoever this is, this individual already knows this. And this would just be a confirmation for you that you are correct and that your concerns are valid, especially right now with the way things are. There aren't too many people who aren't concerned about finances and their resources. And it's actually a challenge. It's actually a huge challenge to kind of step out on a limb almost to kind of follow after what you feel is truest at a soul level. And there's lots of things being presented to us visually and in our experience to make you really question that and what that is. And if it's worth the consequence that you can actually deal with as a result of that. Because for every choice that we make, you're going to have some kind of reaction, whether it's a choice that you think is going to benefit you or not, there's going to be some sort of consequence. And it just really depends on what you feel comfortable with dealing with. So let's get an abundance message here as well. Okay. We have focus on your priorities. Okay. Where you put your focus is where you receive your outcome. Your priorities are calling to you, which may produce a feeling of anxiety unless you give them the time and attention that they and you deserve. Even a small amount of time devoted to your priorities will help you feel better and more confident. So for this individual, I feel like this is speaking directly to the sense that if you focus on what is the most important to you, and it could be either of these things, it could be your financial well-being. It could also be your sense of being true to what will give you a sense of internal fulfillment at a soul level. Whatever your priority is for you, just make sure that that's what you focus on. So what I feel like from this, it's saying is that if you decide that, hey, right now it's more important that I get my financial resources covered or that I have this type of comfort or I know that I have this type of security. So I'm going to focus on that. That's what I get out this relationship. And the other parts that I don't feel like I'm getting, which might be like your emotional fulfillment, or if you feel like there's a sense of disloyalty that's happening here, or or if you feel like a sense of superficiality to it, it's saying basically focus on that's what comes with that. Now, on the other side, if you decide that you want to kind of follow after your soul and what makes you feel spiritually fulfilled, or at an emotional level, feel like you're being loved and you're in a partnership, then you would have to focus on that and recognize that, yes, I might have to go without for a bit because of that. So I want to show you even the picture on this card here. This woman, how she's dressed. And I'm not throwing shade, like I'll throw on like whatever sometimes, but it's almost like a sense of, you know, when like you just throw on a little wrap over your head and you just kind of have on a house coat, whatever you have, it's almost that energy. But she's carrying a lamp and she's following her light, So I feel like that might be relevant to someone out here. Okay. All right. Let's do another spread for soulmate or soul weight. Okay. And I'll say, like, as I'm doing it, like my opinion about if it's soulmate or soul weight, I kind of don't want to do that too much because that's up for you to kind of decide for yourself, because you know your situation and what your tolerances are. Because what one person might feel is a soul weight would be, a soulmate to somebody else, and vice versa. So I'll just talk about the situations themselves with the advice. And do it that way. So let's do another spread for soulmate. Okay, we have 2 of Cups in reverse. So, all right, that's already kind of out there. We got the Chariot, the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, 6 of Swords, and the Temperance. The Root here, the Page of Wands, Queen of Cups in reverse. So this is already kind of looking like somebody who has kind of decided that something is not working for them. Let's see. 10 of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Okay. I had 3 come out. If I have more than one card come out, I usually will just take it because they clarify each other. Okay. All right. All right. So look at this spread here. It looks as if there is a person who is at a place where they're ready to move on from some type of relationship. They're looking back at what they put in and feeling as if they didn't get out of it what they actually put into it. And this may have been, there might be a sense of like having to give bad news to someone, which is to let them know that they want to get out of this situation. Because the best that can really come out of this for them is to kind of go into rough waters, but have to kind of maintain your balance internally. And so I feel like this person might be getting a sense that, there's just troubled water. So maybe they're just not feeling the same kind of emotion for this person. It could be that times are just kind of trying, and this person is feeling as if they just honestly don't want to kind of go for that ride. They want to get to smoother waters where there's a little bit more emotional stability. In the past, I feel like this person probably has already begun to kind of cut off their emotions. So it wouldn't be like a surprise. This person is kind of pulled back a bit, and it's kind of known that that's what's kind of happening there. However, I feel like this person is not letting anyone know. They're kind of keeping it to themselves here because they feel like giving out this kind of message would be bad news. It would be giving a message to someone that they don't want to have to deliver. I feel like with this 10 of Pentacles, the reason of that is because there could be family and, perhaps legacy, children, and things like that involved. Certainly resources that have been invested into that are making it so that this person doesn't quite want to feel like break all of that up. In the environment here with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, I feel like this is speaking to maybe there has been some unemployment that's playing into this. Finances can definitely have a huge impact on relationships, and it could be that. It could also be wanting to do something different, wanting to go about building in a different way. Okay, it could be that this um, the situation is requiring a new way of doing things, and this person has kind of gotten a new way of looking at relationships, and so this is what's kind of fueling this desire to move into a different situation. Now, um, here with the fears, I have the Emperor in reverse and the Hierophant in reverse. And I feel as if there could be a situation with this unemployment where there could be a masculine energy that has no longer has employment, or something of that sort, which is could be causing some sort of disorder. Whereas before, this person could have, with the Emperor, if it was upright, this person could have been a provider and really found a lot of his or her, because it could be a feminine energy as well that plays into that. A lot of her identity or his identity out of being this provider and having a place within this family life as being a provider. But with this Hierophant in reverse, I feel like, things might be out of order for this person. So it could be impacting the way they see themselves, which is being felt by this person who is feeling as if they don't want to perhaps move forward with this and they kind of want to keep it to themselves. Here in the outcome here, I have the Nine of Swords in reverse and the Three of Pentacles. And so I feel like even though right now this person is secretly feeling as if they want to kind of move to um, a situation or opportunity that will allow them to have a little bit more security emotionally and otherwise, what I'm picking up here is that they are going to more than likely stay in the situation, okay? Because I've got the Six of Cups here and also the Knight of Pentacles. So I see loyalty in this situation, hanging on, sticking to what it is that you were already doing. Okay, I got the Queen of Wands and the Fool in reverse, like not getting a new beginning, but kind of having these feelings underlying it. All right. And so let's get some advice here for this spread. We have the Dove, and it says, feel and allow a deeper sense of peace to fill you now. This is a divine quality. So I feel like this person might be dealing with this emotion of wanting to kind of jump ship, but they're deciding to kind of hold on in the situation. And what I would get here is that to me, this is looking like soulmate, even though the situation is rough. Like this person, there's a lot of like spirituality kind of here, even though like financially and otherwise, there's a lot of external pressures and changes in the way that people show up for each other. There's also this sense of trying to find balance in the midst of tribulation so that you can move forward and kind of give yourself a chance to grow through it. Also, the dove for me is a bird that's kind of indicative of, in some religions, like spirit or Holy Spirit. So I feel like that's kind of playing into that. Let's get an abundance card here. Oh, we have employment change. So I think that goes to that Eight of Pentacles we were talking about in the environment, possibly losing a sense of income. So we have employment change here. It says your career path is leading you in a higher direction with positive changes to support your dreams, priorities, passions, and life purpose. Trust that these changes will help you release the old and welcome the new. You are being supported each step of the way. So again, I feel like this might be an individual whose relationship is being impacted by employment changes. And with this, it's saying that, as that employment changes to something new that fits this new paradigm that this couple is going into, then things will change for the better. And it looks like there's some loyalty in trying to stick it through. All right, so let's do another spread and get another story. Okay. All right, we have the Five of Swords in reverse, the Queen of Pentacles, And we have the untold story in reverse here. I always keep that card in because it like tells me that there's something else that may not be showing up in the cards, and so I can like clarify. Okay. So I got some King of Cups energy here. Again, 10 of Pentacles in the environment. 8 of Wands. King of Swords. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, I did 2 there. Okay. All right, so looking at this spread, it looks as if we have a person who, I feel like this could be a feminine energy, particularly maybe a mother who is coming out of some sort of manipulation that was happening, maybe some mind games, and this person is feeling as very victimized in the situation. I feel as if there's probably more to the story that this person does not know. And that is also playing into it. For this situation, I feel as if this person, the best that they could do is kind of let go of what they've poured into because they didn't get a lot back. They may have in the past been doing some a little bit of spying and may have figured out some information about other parties that were involved. And I feel like this could have been a husband figure who was giving out to other people. Perhaps with this high priestess in reverse, it could have been this individual that this person found out about. And there's probably more that this person does not know. The main priority for this person is this 10 of Pentacles energy, which is all about pouring into family, legacy, trying to do the best that you can to keep things going for a long, a generational purpose. But I feel as if the reason that this individual's energy is feeling almost like martyred in martyr energy is because they've put a lot into this situation, and found out that it was not being reciprocated, that they really weren't getting what they were putting into it. Okay. So I feel like there's some communication that's happening and actions that are being taken as a result of this. Perhaps I feel like maybe in the judicial system, maybe in the court system, to try to get some sort of balance here. All right. And I feel as if this person is going to be stronger after having kind of been left in a situation. I feel like this person may have already been left behind, but they're coming out of that energy of kind of being left, to themselves, to their own devices. And they're going to find strength within that. At the base or the root of the situation, we have the Emperor in reverse. And so for me, this is an individual who is, you could say sometimes maybe narcissistic. It could be a person who is supposed to be in a position of authority and does not actually hold that position and play their part as you would expect them to. With the Hierophant in reverse, I feel like this is a marriage or relationship that is ending. Okay. Because it was just out of balance. And the only way to balance it is to come out of it. And I feel like the person who left this is going to be stronger for it. Okay. So let's get a message from the feather deck. We have Duck. It says, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. So this to me is saying that the best way to move forward and to kind of get into this strength energy, after being kind of left in a situation, is to find the things that bring you simple joy and that help you to kind of feel connected to yourself, more connected at a soul level here. All right. I want to say also that I see a King of Cups here in the future. So this could be an individual that's leaving a soulmate and creating the space for them to move into a soulmate energy with this King of Cups in the future. All right, because you're stronger for what you've gone through. And now that you are going to learn how to comfort yourself outside of having to rely on other people to kind of be there for you emotionally and otherwise, in this way, it's going to open up a door for people who are vibrationally going to match your self respect that you have for yourself and the self care that you give yourself. And they'll mirror that back to you. Okay. And that's what I'm really seeing here with this King of Cups energy. So, the abundance angel card that I have here is positivity, faith, and optimism. So, again, we have the lion on this strength card here of what you are kind of coming out of the situation with. And if you notice, there's a lion also on this oracle card. So, you have that. Okay. And lions are known for being brave. A lot of times in the packs, it's the lionesses that go out and they hunt and they kind of keep things going. With this Queen of Pentacles energy, I feel like you may have already been in that energy where you were kind of keeping your family going. You were making sure that things were right with your pack. And when you recognize that the main lion was not being loyal to you, which is also a symbol of the lion, is the loyalty, that really turned things upside down for you and kind of got you disconnected from your soul energy. So it says you open the doorway to positive experiences and opportunities with your positive expectations and energy. Do not allow negative energy or temporary setbacks to interfere with the path that you are on. Keep the faith and keep going. So I feel like this is saying that it's important for you to focus on what you do want, focus on the positive expectations that you have for yourself, the positive expectations that you have for your relationships and so on, because that will allow you to get in alignment with this energy here for this King of Cups that's trying to come in, that would like to come in for you in the future, okay? All right, let's do another spread here. All right, already we have the Empress in reverse here. Well, we have the Six of Wands. Okay, Three of Swords in reverse. Wands. Okay, and I kind of let my cards slide around. Like if they flip right side up, I'll take them that way. All right, so for this individual, we have an Empress energy. This could be a feminine or masculine person with this kind of energy. This is about like abundant, being able to create what it is that you need in order to feel like you have a sense of fulfillment and thriving in life. And I feel like there's a recognition that this energy is what this person was in. So I feel like this person wants to be like more in a Queen of Wands where they're taking action and making things happen for themselves, connecting with their intuition, being very much in their doing energy to make stuff happen. Almost like a perfect blend of like your masculine and your feminine manifestation energy there. But what I'm seeing here is that there's a recognition that in actuality, that is not the energy that this person has been in. They've been the Empress in reverse. And with this, the Empress is also good because, she has people who also pamper and kind of hold her up. So she rules and reigns over her dominion, and other people respect and support her enough to create the environment so that she can do that and be in luxury. And there's just this sense of recognition that this person is not being supported. They're not being supported in this way. And so the conflict here, I feel like this person has is coming out of the heartache that comes from that, because I feel like this person sees themselves in the energy of being a Queen of Wands. However, they're not quite being treated in that manner. So in the past, there's a little bit of imbalance here with the Temperance in reverse. Perhaps emotionally, not maybe not quite being in connection with your own emotions to be able to use that as a thermostat for what's actually happening in your environment. And I feel like because of that, you may have disconnected from your the energy of giving out a lot of heart energy and, loving, caring energy towards others because that was not being reciprocated to you. Okay. So there seems to be like this energy of like not really getting what you want and not being able to get a new beginning. I feel as if in the environment, I feel like this person wanted to receive a little bit more support than they did. And you've got here like the Page of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. To me, this is like the minimum amount of energy you could give someone, the minimum amount of resources you can give a person, the minimum amount of emotional support or validation that you can give a person. I feel like the hope here is to find a King of Wands energy. This could also be like husband energy, but someone to kind of match this queen energy of this person wanting to be able to take action and make things happen, but have someone who's willing to kind of come together and help in that and to match it and mirror that back. And because of kind of like the confusion that this person may have been kind of going through, and the conflicts surrounding the types of interactions that they were having, I feel like this person is more in a Queen of Swords energy, which is they're being very judgmental about the people who come around them and being very logical, not so much swayed by how they feel emotionally or whatnot, because I feel like this person doesn't feel as if they were quite connected to their emotions as much as they could have been in order to make that kind of judgment. But I see this person getting stronger and really learning how to tame the parts of them that would make them vulnerable to this, and also to recognize it in others so that they can make better judgments about their relationships and how they interact with people. So let's get some advice here. From the feathers, we have the Raven. It says, the universe is calling you to notice important synchronicities. So the raven is an animal totem that usually speaks to, for some people, they say it's omens. For others, it's telling you that you need to pay attention to something dark or some kind of hidden thing that you don't see that could cause you a little bit of struggle and maybe a few obstacles. And so I feel like this is speaking to that energy of not really connecting with yourself emotionally to be able to judge when a situation is kind of going downhill, or you're not being treated the way that you deserve, or you're not able to show up the way that you want to show up. To recognize the signs from the people that are doing that, and also recognize the synchronicities as they take place as well. Okay. Let's get an abundance card. We have accept heaven's help. So this is saying that you've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. So I feel like this person, you might have been, when you were feeling confused about what your situation was, you may have reached out to like your guides or ancestors or something that you feel like is higher than you in order to help you get a sense of what you can do in your circumstances. And I feel like this is working for you. And I feel like it's coming in the form of mental clarity and the ability to tune in to what you really feel outside of the noise and confusion that could be getting projected on you by others, or what could be throwing you off emotionally or mentally when you're in the presence of others so that you can see things appropriately. I also want to point out that this was like a mermaid card that got mixed in with my abundance angels card. So I guess it needed to come out, but I'll leave it in there so we can let that come out if it needs to again. All right, let's do another spread, another story. And I'll just keep doing these for about another 30 minutes. Again, I'll post this at the end. Let's see. All right. All right, we have the Nine of Wands, Five of Pentacles, Magician in reverse, Ace of Pentacles, Tower energy here, Page of Cups, Six of Wands. Okay. Also, while I'm shuffling these out, I do have a new website, and I'll post it in the chat here in just a minute, that you can check out. I don't think I've ever had a website, but I finally do. It's called The Rabbit's Trail. Boom. So you could go on there and you can see why I picked that name. I also have a podcast that I'm starting up, and I'll start posting those in March, and it'll talk a little bit more about that. So, all right. So I feel as if for this next situation that we have here, this is a person who is feeling as if the situation they're in has some things that they need to kind of protect themselves from. I feel as if they want to prevent being left by this person. And they're, ooh. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. I feel like there's an energy here of someone that's trying to prevent an ending from occurring by like manifesting that, but in ways that are not the most high vibe. Okay. So you could call that, some people say, oh, somebody's doing magic or doing whatever. It could be that, or it could just be someone finding other ways to kind of prevent an ending by doing it in a way that you may not feel is morally the best way. So finding creative ways, alternative ways to prevent that. So that could be manipulating or lying or whatever the case to kind of prevent that. I feel like there's a tower that has already happened. So I feel like this person is already has already either been left by a person, or they know that there's a threat that this person wants to leave, because there's unrequited love here. Like there's a sense of like not reciprocating emotionally. With the Lovers in reverse here, and also the Hierophant in reverse, this is under the deck. And then we have Death and the King of Pentacles in reverse, manipulation. Like all of this is just, I feel like the Tower here is that it's time for this relationship to end. However, someone doesn't want to let go. So they're trying to do everything in their power to not let something go. So I feel like there's money that is not going to be received as well. So what might also be in the situation is that someone doesn't want to let a situation go because they are financially receiving something from it. And if they did, then they would lose that. Okay. Even though the Tower is that the person is already either on their way out, or they are leaving, or this person is trying to get this person back. So the current energy here is we have the Knight of Cups and the Emperor in reverse. So this is someone that's like bringing a cup to someone. And like with this Emperor in reverse, this is kind of like to me, it's kind of like the narcissist card. And with these other cards of like deception and putting an end to something and just kind of being done, this is someone who's trying to keep coming in and keep trying to make something work with someone that just isn't really reciprocating and not willing to um, do that. But in the environment is justice. So I feel like the justice is that this situation needed to end. Um, you know what? I also am seeing like this individual that could be holding on to the situation could be a person that is making an offer to someone and they're actually kind of operating from the manipulative way. And then also, you know, with this magician in reverse, I feel like that might be playing into that as well when we were talking about the manipulation. So the hope is to let go of resentments and to kind of um, be able to get over the fact that there are some toxic cups here that got spilled and that it wasn't for the best to continue that. The emotions that were being shared were toxic and not something that you could really drink from. You know, like with these cups, it's not clear water, it's red and green and weird colors. Okay. You know, it's the kind of stuff that makes you sick. And so here we have a Queen of Cups energy that's not taking action. So what I'm picking up here is that I'm picking up like masculine energy. You know, it could be either gender, but it's masculine energy that is trying to hold on to a relationship with a feminine energy who is not taking action or not either reciprocating. And this person is willing to use a lot of manipulative tactics in order to do so. So let's get some advice about that. Let's see what the feather says here. Okay, we have hummingbird. It says, release what you've been carrying and lighten up. New joy is on the way. So I feel like that speaks to things perfectly. Okay, this is saying that it's okay to let go of, you know, it's okay to let go of things that get you to the point where you have to do manipulative things that cause people to go against their better judgment and what they want to do, because then you're bordering on kind of like toxic, you know, violating a person's right to have boundaries or whatever for themselves. That's what I'm kind of getting here. And, you know, just letting go and knowing that you can move forward into new, healthier situations could be very helpful. Let's get an abundance message here. We have gratitude list, okay? It says counting your blessings and feeling gratitude for what you already have helps you to be centered in your heart instead of fixated on worries in your mind. What and who you are, or what and who are you grateful for now? Keep focusing upon gratitude and you'll discover the amazing generosity of this universe. So I feel like this is saying if you can be thankful for what you have as opposed to what you don't have, that's also speaking to this Five of Cups here in reverse, where you have an individual who is kind of upset and feeling as if, you know, they're mad because they didn't get something that they wanted, even though it was completely toxic. This is saying to let go of what you're carrying, especially if it's burdensome. Be grateful for what you have moving forward and that you're creating space for something beautiful to come in here. All right. I'm seeing like this, there's a donkey on here and I don't know. For some reason, I'm thinking of Pinocchio and the story with like the donkeys and Pleasure Island and all that. That might mean something to someone. Okay, yeah, and I feel like also there's a Six of Wands here. I feel like this person that's holding on wants to get to feel validated and recognized by this person that is rejecting them. And sometimes when that happens, like when we are rejected or someone doesn't accept us or validate us for who we are, there's a need to have that person and only that person validate who we are. And you may not even really want to be in a relationship with that person, but it's more so from like an ego place. And I'm feeling like with the donkey, that's usually like an animal totem for the ego, is that you need that person to acknowledge you because it makes you feel like you're worthy. It makes you feel like there's not something wrong with you. And it doesn't matter how many other people come in and validate and say that you're great and wonderful. If that one person doesn't that's the one that can stick with us. And usually that's rooted in some type of a wounding, usually in early life, where it can make us feel as if that is being triggered by that rejection. Um, so yeah, so let's do another spread here. And I might timestamp these spreads as well. Okay. Well, there was one soulmate, and it sounds like most people are struggling and kind of being challenged in their relationships. And it's the people who are like the true soulmates that are able to work through it, even though they might question wanting to leave something. Okay. All right, another King of Cups. So I feel like this person is moving into a space where they can attract in a soulmate, someone who can reciprocate for them. Okay. All right. So this individual here, we have someone who is someone who's trying to find some peace, I think, in the midst of, kind of feeling imbalanced. I feel as if they are I feel like this person may have again, this was another person who was left behind, who's in an energy of feeling kind of stressed out that someone kind of moved out into the world. They're stressed by the thought of someone moving on without them. I'm picking up a lot of imbalance here. I feel like there was a sense of not being able to keep two things going. Um, Maybe in the material, not able to juggle and deal with circumstances that they were dealing with, and then also not being able to deal with the emotions, the ups and downs that came with it. Being in a place where you would get some peace at not being in the relationship, but then also struggling at the same time with the emotions of being left behind. Um, Now, at the root of this here is there is like, I feel like this person is just maybe they're still like sexually attracted to this person. And that's why there's this energy of, kind of being sad that this person left and wanting to hold on to this person more for like the physical. Yeah, I feel like this person, ugh, I don't want to be, ugh. I feel like this person is feeling not comfortable with the idea of this person being intimate with other people and wanting to kind of hold on and kind of keep them to themselves here. All right. There is an ending. There is an ending that's taking place. But I feel like in this environment, like there's someone that's kind of like aware of how much somebody actually meant to them, and they're kind of wanting to like go after them a bit here because they're recognizing how happy that person made them. But this person, I don't know if this person has moved on to, I feel like this person is moving on to like a King of Cups energy. And this person is like is recognizing that they're really not at peace with the ending. So they're saying, I feel like this person is saying that they're at peace with an ending, but they're actually not. So they're putting it out there that they are, maybe on the surface. Um, I feel like their hope is like they're doing the right thing. Maybe there was some external influences that were kind of making them feel like they should end this thing, or you should just be happy that you're um, not in this. And they're trying to, act as if that's the truth, but I don't think it is, With this 10 of cups in reverse here, I feel like this person does not feel like they have this, like, the emotional happiness that they had with the person. And they don't want this person, I think, to move on and also get that happiness elsewhere. Okay. Um, let's get some advice for this. Sorry, this one threw me off a little bit. So we have the bluebird. It says, you are being gifted with blessings of happiness and peace. Okay, so yeah, I feel as if this individual who has moved on, is coming into a space of having some happiness and peace and loyalty, and someone who's going to be there for them. There could have been like like this person could have been dealing with multiple people, and while they were having and juggling all these different people, it was good. But when one person left and they moved on, and they're going to find their happily ever after, or they're happily right now, whatever, they're going to get themselves some loyalty, some justice in the situation. This person is recognizing that, recognizing the energy that they brought to them, and trying to come in and kind of stop them from getting to this King of Cups, because I feel like they know intuitively that once they make it to this King of Cups, they're not going to come back to them. So let's get an abundance card here. Pay yourself first. Okay, it says, make yourself your most important financial obligation by setting aside a portion of your income every time you're paid. This loving form of self-care ensures that you'll have savings to invest in your present and your future. So I feel like this card is related to the person who's moving forward in putting themselves first, instead of giving all of themselves away to someone else who didn't quite value them or see their value or worth. I feel like this person is coming into this King of Cups energy, and this other person is recognizing that and trying to, intercept. All right, so, all right, let's do another. All right. All right. Yeah, so I'm seeing a person who might be single at the time, currently. Okay. All right, so I'm seeing an individual here who is maybe feeling a little bit sad about the ending of something. Um, I feel like what they were doing before to make that relationship work just no longer applied. This could have been, I'm picking up that this could be a feminine energy who was dealing with a masculine energy, or it could be a masculine who wanted to show up more masculine for a feminine energy and was not quite able to show up with that energy. Um, Again, I'm also picking up here employment. I'm seeing someone who is sad that something ended, possibly because there wasn't the ability to build and to provide here with this Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and to show up with this King of Wands energy where you can kind of take action and be the provider here is what I'm kind of seeing. I feel like it's an inability to take action and to be recognized in that energy. And so, as a result, this person is now kind of having to focus on themselves. I'm also picking up that this person might have been putting a lot of work and effort into something that wasn't quite in alignment with who they were. And because of that, they're now in a position where they kind of have to spend time alone. And while they're alone, literally in the hermit energy. they are now able to follow their light, follow their own guiding star here. I feel like this person might not have been feeling very confident, and also maybe coming out of like some manipulation where somebody else may have gotten the best of them because they were not in their truth or being true to themselves, and it kind of set them up to be in the energy that somebody could come in like that to them. I feel like this person is enlightened about the situation. They recognize the role that they played, and they recognize that the role that the other person played as well. However, they are um, being very cautious about their surroundings and who they let into their lives. I feel like they judge people's actions and how they are perceiving them coming in and what kind of impact that they could have on them a lot more with a lot more scrutiny. Um, I feel as if this person is kind of concerned that someone might um, come in to try to get them back, or they could also be afraid that they would try to go after this person. Like they wouldn't, because they're not feeling strong in themselves, they might feel like they don't have the confidence to just remain in this hermit energy, and that they might try to go after this person, knowing that the situation is not the healthiest or the best for them. And so with this Two of Pentacles here, I feel as if this is a person who is trying to like manage their resources and keep their emotions intact as well. You know, I also feel like it's holding on to two things and being able to balance your ideas about them. Okay. Being able to judge the merits and the values of things according to what your emotions are kind of telling you about it, allowing your emotions to be a thermostat for you as well, is what I'm seeing there through the ups and downs. Because again, with this Knight of Swords here, again, I feel like this person could be feeling as if they're worried that they might try to go run after this person. Even though with this Five of Swords here, like they might have been getting taken advantage of because they weren't being true to themselves, but they're still trying to work on their confidence to be secure in that, so that they don't attract that kind of energy in again, and also so they don't come back for a repeat of that cycle with the same person. So let's get a further message. We have the Crane. It says, you will soon enter into a beneficial partnership. Luck and longevity bless this union. So I feel like this person is coming into an energy where in the future, they'll be able to get that. I'm going to pull one more tarot. Okay. Yeah, we got the High Priestess in reverse. Okay. So I feel like this person might not have been connecting with their intuition. But I feel like this person is going to enter into a partnership that's going to be beneficial to them because they are creating the space for that they did not have prior to this. I feel like, the universe wants to fill that. Okay, we have moonlighting. It says you can start working on your dream career part-time while keeping your other job to pay the bills. Soon your dream career will take flight and fully support you. So this goes back to the scenario where this is a person who may have lost their ability to show up and be in the King of Wands energy because they lost a source of income. And so that made them kind of get into a space where maybe they were left behind because they were being, maybe even manipulated for money here in the first place. But this is saying that this time alone and this time to kind of come to terms with how you really feel about situations and what you're really about, maybe outside of even being manipulated just for what you can provide for someone financially. It says that this is giving you the space to really focus on what really resonates deeply with you so that you can put your energy into that and then create sources of income that are going to resonate from that place. And in doing so, it will allow new opportunities, new relationships that are more balanced and reciprocal for you to come in as well. Okay. All right. We're coming up on an hour. So I might do, I don't know, do I want to do one more spread? I'll do one more. One to go on, and I'll timestamp these later. Okay, so we have... Okay, we have somebody watching and trying to manifest a relationship with someone who is already in a marriage. Is that right? Okay, king of wands. That wanted to come upside down, avoiding a tower. Okay. Okay. And juggling again. Okay. Choices. Okay, so this is a person who is watching and trying to manifest a relationship with a person. The conflict is that this person is either they need to end a marriage that they're already in, or they're trying to get into a relationship with someone who is already married. Okay. So the best thing that can happen here is to get a new beginning here. I feel like there's a sense of trying to avoid a tower. I feel like the tower would be like the ending of this relationship. This is there's a masculine energy here, perhaps like a husband energy here at the root. I feel as if this person, even though they're trying to start this relationship, they might be low on finances. I'm getting a lot of financial stuff in these readings, and I guess it makes sense because that does impact relationships big time. But there's a sense of like not having a lot of money to offer or being able to pour in, or this person doesn't want to put money in. So it could be in the form of divorce settlements and things like that. And I feel as if, you know, perhaps the parties that are involved in this are enlightened about the situation for what it is. Because also this Two of Cups here, I feel as if like this is not like long-term relationship energy. It's kind of like just this could be like just acquaintances even, or like more casual interactions. You know, you're sharing cups with the person, but there's not a lot of like bonding to this. Like I don't feel as if it's like a long-term thing. I feel as if moving here, looking at this in the future, with this Star card in the Page of Cups in reverse, I feel like there could be some unrequited love from someone who is being perceived as the star in the situation, or the person that they want to be with. So I feel like there's a person that someone is trying to pursue, and it's kind of like a forbidden fruit here is what I'm saying. So here in the fears here, we have Justice in reverse and the Queen of Swords. So I feel like someone is hoping that they can make the proper justice or proper judgment to do the just thing in the situation. However, I feel like this individual is going to try to maybe juggle two different people. And, you know, with these stars here, like to me, it's like, I also see this as like soul energy too. So you're dealing with two different individuals and trying to like keep both because you can't quite commit to them fully. I mean, if there's a marriage here, I feel like the marriage that's going on is more in name than it is in truth as far as being loyal to the other person. And I feel like this individual, for that reason, wants to manifest something, but they don't want it to be something that will cause them to have to end their actual marriage. So that's what this Tower in reverse. So let's get a feather card here. Okay, we got the Duck again. It says, find comfort and balance in simple ways. You have support all around you. Okay, I feel like this is saying that if you need comfort and balance, maybe like the best way to do it is not necessarily to do that through trying to balance two individuals. Okay, there are other simple ways to do that, to find outlets. Okay. I'm also getting here, it says take a divinely guided chance. So it says all positive change and successful ventures involve a degree of risk. And you are ready to follow your divine guidance to new territories. As you leave behind that which is comfortable and familiar, but no longer appropriate for you, you make room for new and more meaningful opportunities. So this could also be speaking to um, needing to decide to move forward with something. Don't try to balance two individuals. Pick a person that is going to resonate with you more at the soul level and create the space for that to develop into what it needs to be, as opposed to trying to avoid a tower here by playing both sides. Here's what I'm kind of getting that with that. Okay. All right. Okay. So those are my spreads for this full moon in Virgo collective reading. I'm going to post, I'll put the timestamps at the bottom. And also, don't forget to check out my website, my new website, therabbitstrail.com. And I will see you next time.